out there that, that have so many fighters that have yet to beat, like Danny Garcia, like Pacquiao, who else? Terence Crawford. So many fighters that have not yet to beat yet. And Sean Porter kind of goes, back to the other side. So until I beat, Danny Garcia, Terence Crawford, Pacquiao, I doubt that I'll fight Sean Porter again.
Well, let's talk about Terence Crawford because we saw a wonderful promotion with Premier Boxing Champions and also a top-ranked TGB Promotions as well when they worked on the second Wilder Fury fight. It seemed like Fox and also ESPN, the networks got along. Everyone was working very hard together. How big of a step was that promotion to doing so well and both entities working together to open up the door for you and Terence Crawford to fight?
It's big. I mean, it just has to make sense. Just like Pacquiao and Floyd. I mean, it just has to make sense. It got to be, all the money in the pot, and everybody get their fair share. So as long as it makes sense money wise, and it's big enough, I think the fight will happen.
So Terence Crawford came out in an interview a few weeks ago, Errol, and he said that, yes, the money has to be right and it has to make sense for everyone. What was your interpretation of Terence Crawford's comments when he talked about the money in that regard? I mean, because looking at you and Crawford, you're two of the best welterweights, arguably in the world. And I think the fighting public, the sports public would love to see that matchup.
Definitely. I mean, he's telling the truth. I mean, you got to pay us our worth. Because me and Terrence, we're going to get in there and try to kill each other. So, I mean, you got to pay us our worth. And, as long as the money's there, the money's in the pot, and it makes sense, it's definitely going to happen. I mean, I did talk to Al about the fight before. We had numerous discussions about it. And, he said the same thing. When it makes sense, it's going to happen. So, hopefully it can happen next year. And, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to fight Terence Crawford. A lot of his fans and people from Omaha and, a lot of his fans saying that I'm ducking him. That's not the case at all. I'd have FaceTimed Terence Crawford before anyway. We did FaceTime probably a couple months ago. I talked about the fight and things like that. So, definitely no ducking in our situation at all. I'm not the type of guy that's going to duck anybody. So, I mean, it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen.
Are you guys friends with or friendly with each other, Errol, or is this more of a mutual respect between two prize fighters that want to prove that they are the best in the world?
It's more of a mutual respect. I feel like, Terence Crawford, is really himself. A lot of guys, I really don't like them because I feel like they fake. I feel like Keith Thurman get fake, so I couldn't call him, have a discussion with him because I feel like he's just a fake dude. I feel like sometimes Sean Porter, he just be talking out the side of his mouth, and it's a lot of guys, but like guys like Pacquiao and guys like Terence Crawford, I feel like they're real dudes. Danny Garcia, I feel like he's a genuine guy too. I done talked to him before and things like that, so. I just feel like we just a mutual respect between us two.
Where would you see in terms of, you're a student of the game, Errol. How do you see a fight like you and Crawford playing out? Could it be, we hear about the classics in the 80s when everyone fought everybody. Do you think it could go back to those old school ways when we saw those guys in the 80s just battling against one another and, topping each other and having these massive events?
Yeah, I feel like that's a classic fight. I feel like, that's a legacy defining fight. I just feel like, I think they had on YouTube Legendary Nights. Legendary Nights on YouTube when they do like a documentary of Hagler and Hearns, or, Ray Leonard and Hearns, or Ray Leonard and Hagler and things like that. So, I feel like that's just a legendary fight, a fight that, people talk about, for a long time. I just feel like, and a lot of, young boxers and things like that would definitely, watch their fight and remember their fight, because I feel like we both had the skill set, we both had the talent, we both had a will, but but at the same time, in the day, I feel like I watched Terence Crawford.
You think you'll wash him?
Yeah, I feel like I beat him. I punish him. At
Are
the
you
same
looking?
time.
Would you be looking for a stoppage then, Errol? Is that what you're telling me, that you'd stop him, or would you rather
Uh,
beat him up for 12 rounds?
nah, definitely. If that guy, if the Russian dude, whoever he fought, could knock him down or to drop him,
Hmm.
I definitely have a great chance of stopping him. I think
Errol,
he's
let's
been
go.
hurt by Gamboa too, so I definitely have a great chance of stopping him. But I respect his skill set. He got good skills, but I think I definitely stop him, especially how focused I am right now. Because usually even the Sean Porter fight, I was blowing up to like when Sean Porter and the Mike Garcia fight. Matter of fact, the Mike Garcia fight, the day of the weigh-ins, I had to sit in a sauna for like 2 hours. I didn't sweat,
Really?
and I had a sauna bag on and everything, and I didn't sweat till like probably an hour to being in the sauna, and I didn't sweat at all. Even the Sean Porter fight, like I had blown up to like 190 or something like that, and then had to lose it all, then killing myself to make weight. But I
Why
was
was that, Errol? Why was it? I mean, were you? I mean, look, I know that your persons have gone up and stuff. I mean, is it that you're eating some really good steaks and some fine dining? I mean, is that why?
just getting too comfortable, getting way too comfortable. Yeah, eating a lot. Like I think Marvin Hagler one that said that it's hard to get up. When you in silk sheets.
When you're
Yeah,
sleeping in silk
yeah.
sheets and
When you
it's
sleep in
hard to
silk
wake up
sheets.
at 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I feel like my car accident was a wake up call from God. Telling me to really focus and bite down and refocus on what's going on. And I feel like I wasn't as focused as I am now. Like it's kind of like from the Kell Brook fight or before that, like how focused I am now. Like I'm really trying to put my all into it because I got a lot of stuff to prove people wrong. It's a lot of things that people been saying and YouTube, or is he still gonna be the same? Can he fight the same? Is his reflex still gonna be the same? So I still got a lot to prove that in the ring and to prove to other people that I'm still the same Errol Spence.
Do you feel like you've been unjustly criticized over the past few months from some of the media members and fans alike? I mean, because look, I mean, everyone, not everyone is no one's perfect for that
Yeah.
matter. I sure as heck am not perfect, but do you feel like you've been unfairly criticized by members of the media and fight fans?
Some members of the media and about fight fans. Some people can be cruel. And say all type of stuff. But I don't feel like I've been unfairly criticized because I mean when somebody get into a car accident like I got into, and the car flipped that many times and I get thrown out the car, and everything that that I've been through in that car accident and stuff like that. People gonna have thoughts. People have thoughts. People have opinions, and on my situation, and they want to see how I'm gonna come back. So that's just added motivation for myself, and it fuels me, and makes me work way harder. And I actually do get on YouTube or see the tweets on Twitter people have been saying because it's added motivation for me, and it makes me work harder. It makes me more focused and. Give me that added hunger that I had, even before the Kell Brook fight. So, like I tell everybody, keep talking. I'm proving everybody wrong.
So, Errol, during this quarantine, we've had a lot of time to obviously sit and watch movies. I mean, I've been doing a lot of that and watching the movies Rocky. So, do you have that eye? It seems like you have that eye of the tiger back. Is that fair to say?
Definitely got the eye tiger back. Definitely motivated, definitely hungry. And, for me, this quarantine thing is more of like a training camp to me anyway. Because, I mean, when you're in training camp, you can't do nothing anyway. So, for me, so I just been, basically training, running, coming back home and doing nothing. So, I mean, I love it.
Is there a
But
specific
hopefully,
show or movie that you like watching on Netflix or on YouTube or anything like that?
hey, what we been watching on oh, I've been watching Ozark.
Oh yeah, you and I both. Isn't that a great show?
Yo, Ozark crazy.
It's
I was watching
crazy,
Ozark,
man.
and I was so bored that I watched it from season 1 all the way back again. And then what's that LA show? Yeah, I've been watching All American too. All American too.
Okay.
Yeah, so and I've been watching Sandlot the movie, and I've been watching different Disney movies with my kids and stuff like that. But other than that, it's just been training and focus, and been talking to my grandmother. She actually turned 96 last week, and she lives.
Oh, happy birthday to her!
Thank you, and she lives in New York too. So, I've been talking to her every day and stuff like that. Making sure, every other day or once a week, and making sure she good and stuff like that. So, especially my other family too, 'cause I got a lot of family in New York, things like that. So, just making sure they're okay, and everything's been going smoothly with them.
Errol, let's go back a little bit in history. I remember when you fought on Thanksgiving weekend at the Bomb Factory in Dallas, and you were the first TV fight, probably fit about 2,500 people. To go from that, probably 4 or 5 years ago, to then fighting at AT&T Stadium. You're a diehard Cowboys fan. I feel like you are good friends now with Jerry Jones and the Jones family, to fighting Mikey Garcia last March. Nearly 50,000 people at AT&T Stadium. How much do you go back in and remember fondly that entire experience? Because for those that were not there and just on pay-per-view, the electricity in that stadium was off the charts.
This is Don Marlene. You're watching Akhi TV.
This is Richie Comet. Keep watching Akhi TV. Subscribe.
Ali Twitty, free bacon, egg, and cheese after my fight. We here with Akhi TV. We out here.
That's what you get if you don't subscribe, huh?
Subscribe, like, you already know, comment.
And that I go on to say, I don't got time for the hate. I need more time in my day. I put the ice on my bay, yeah. She riding on me.